Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Amanda's Kitchen Nightmare Party. As promised, I am here live tonight to give you a demonstration. As I mentioned, it's Nacho Tuesday. Not Nacho Tuesday, let's try that again. Taco Tuesday. But in this household, we like to go for Nacho Tuesday. So, without further ado, let me show you a little glimpse of what we will be making here tonight. We are making the famous Nacho Supreme. We've had this a couple of times in this house and we absolutely love it. So we thought we'd try it again for you guys tonight. So what we have is, you'll notice I have all the ingredients spread out on the cupboard here. I think the best way to cook is to have your ingredients prepared and then you know where you're heading. So the first thing we're going to do is, with this nachos, instead of buying store-bought tortilla chips, we're going to make our own out of flour tortillas. That's why I have this wonderful little thing here, which is my large round stone. I just call it the pizza stone, but if you're looking for it in the catalog or online, it's called the large round stone. This part of our stoneware collection is made out of clay. You can cook on it, you can serve on it, and if you need to, you can also reheat on it. You can use metal utensils, which is one of the things that, a lot of products you can't do that with. With the stoneware, you can use metal utensils. This is a rather large stone, but if you had one of the smaller stones, they come in various sizes and shapes to fit all needs. You can put them in the microwave. They are oven safe up to 450 degrees Celsius. When you're doing bake, like if I was making cookies on these, or maybe a bread roll or something like that, they come out light and crispy. The bottoms are light and crispy instead of that hard bottom you usually get on your cookies. These come pre-seasoned, so it's not like your cast iron pan where you have to worry about seasoning it yourself. This one, you can just pull it out of the box and it's ready to go. Now, to clean up, how do I clean this up? Is it hard? Is it cumbersome? Not at all. We don't use soap at all on this, and we don't use scrapers. It comes with what we call the pan scraper. Pampered Chef includes one with all of their goods that require it, so that's great that they include that. So to clean this up afterwards, all I'm going to do is rinse it with hot water, no soap. Use my pan scraper if there's some little bits of cheese or something stuck on it. I'm just going to use the pan scraper to scrape it off, and then I'm just going to leave it to dry on my bench before putting it away in the cupboard. So this is a really lovely thing. I'm hoping to make a pizza for you guys a little bit later in the week on this as well. And something also to note is that it is made in America, so that is a wonderful thing. So now that you know a little bit about the round stone, let's grab some tortillas. I have my oven preheating to 350 degrees. Now all we're going to do with the tortillas is grab them out, and we're just going to, you can cut if you wanted to, but I just really like to be rustic and just, I think I'm going to go quarter sizes tonight. And all we do is we start on the outside of the pan. We just layer them around. Single layer is best. Obviously, when you're cooking things, the single layer is going to be best, because if we start to get too many layers, then the ones underneath don't necessarily cook evenly. That was a mistake I made the last time I made this. I kind of piled them too high, and that wasn't such a great idea. But that was my first time, so I learned from my mistakes, and I'm passing that on to you. All right, keep ripping here. So we're just making layers, and then I'm just going to come back around here in the middle. I may do 2 layers here. I think that we can probably get away with, they recommend 10 tortillas in the recipe. So what was that? That was 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, I think another layer. What do you think? My husband is here. He's the cameraman as always. So thank you, Trace, for your wonderful service here.
Mighty welcome.
Hopefully we'll have some folks joining in this evening. I know there was a couple of people interested in seeing what we were doing this evening, so. Alright, now you could also season these if you wanted to. I think, if you wanted to put them in with a layer of like garlic salt or some kind of lemon pepper or herbs or something, you could do that, and then just also use these as plain tortillas, just for if you were doing like a 7-layer dip. That would be something you could do also. Now I really don't feel like I want to do too much more on that. We've got a good double layer, As I said, I have my oven preheating to 350 degrees, and I'm going to put them in for 8 to 10 minutes. Oops. Going in there for 8 to 10 minutes. What I love about the stoneware also is you don't have to preheat it, which is great. Excuse me. Just going to leave those there. Next, we're going to dive into the hamburger and get that in. This is our Rock Crock collection, and this is the Rock Crock Dutch oven. I'm going to come around here and give you a little spiel about this one before I start it going. This is a clay pot, again, then coated. It's heat resistant to 750 degrees Fahrenheit. And what you love about this one is, you know, everyone's probably looking at it and going, hey, I got a million pots. But do you have a pot that can go absolutely everywhere that you want it to go? This little baby can go on the stovetop, as you see tonight. It can go in the microwave, on the grill, in the oven, under the broiler, and it can even be turned into a slow cooker. We have an additional base that you can purchase with it, which turns it into a slow cooker. So it's a very versatile little pot. One pot for everything versus, you know, what was that? Like 7 or 8 uses there. Instead of 7 or 8 pots, you could just have your Rock Crock. There's no pre-seasoning required, and it's really cool because it doesn't really stick when you... Oops. Getting my hamburger out here. Now, as you can see, the hamburger is in one chunk. And so, my fingers are not working for me tonight. So my dilemma with this is, like, how do you break that up? I don't like to get my hands in the hamburger. It's not very nice. Never pleasant. So I'm just going to wipe my hands on there. So that's why here at Pampered Chef, and I did talk about this a little earlier on the website. I put a post on the website about this. And I forgot to write myself notes on it, but that's okay, because we really don't need them. It kind of speaks for itself. It's the mix and chop. As I mentioned, there's like 10 different uses for this one that I can see. And one of those uses is breaking up hamburgers. So let me just show you without any further ado how this works in the pot. So I have my hamburger in there, and I don't want to put my hands in. So I just take my mix and chop, and with a downward twisting motion in the pot, I just start to break that up. Oh, excuse me, my dog wants to get in on the video and eat my apron. Please don't do that, Ace. He's just 6 months old, and he's a cantankerous little thing. Oh, hi. There I am. Oops. What happened? Oh, we turned the camera around. Sorry about that, guys. All right, now we're back. Technical difficulties. All right, so as you can see, just with a downward twisting motion, I've now been able to break up the hamburger in the pot. Now, I like to season this a little bit. Pampered Chef has about 20 different herbs and spices. This one is garlic and herb. And I just like to sprinkle some in there. Well, I'm quite liberal with my spice. And the Southwestern spice as well.
Liberal's better.
We like spice in this household. I don't know about you guys, but we love a little spice. And because we are extreme garlic lovers, you'll notice I have my extra large bottle here. And we're just going to put in a really good dollop of it because we are garlic lovers here. God bless my dog. I think he really wants to be in the video. Alright, so we're just going to again use our mix and chop to mix in our herbs. And while it's cooking away here in the Rock Crock, we're going to pop over. Oh gosh, he is on fire tonight. We are going to pop over here tonight and we are going to look at our chopping implements. So, let's start with, we need some tomato to go in. So I have 2 lovely Roma tomatoes here. And what we're going to use for that is the quick slice. This here is a quick slice. This white base is a protection. These are very sharp, so, you know, I know a lot of you ladies have kids, So you need to keep these somewhere really safe because it has blades in there and they are stainless steel blades. And what this does, it'll give you uniform slicing. It stays in place while you cut. Like this doesn't kind of slip and slide all over the place. As you can see, I'm kind of pushing that and it's staying in place. So the blades, you can see there's little slits here and they just fit into that as you're chopping. So let me show you. We want for our nachos tonight, we want diced tomatoes. Oh, excuse me, I forgot to grab a bowl for that. Just grab a one of the cupboard here. All right. So we pop the tomato in, bring back the slicing, and then it's just a matter of the rocking motion is what works best, just to get through the top. And then you keep rocking and rocking until the blades go whoop, back through the bottom. What I love is we now have a completely uniform slice of tomato. You could use that in a beautiful salad. You could put that in a sandwich, on a pizza. Some people like tomatoes on their pizza. And then what we're going to do is we just pick that out and turn it around. And then we're just going to do the same thing the other direction to get our diced slices. And this one could be a little more tricky. I always forget that I should put in half and not the whole darn thing. I always kind of get a little carried away with that. But that's me. So I pop that in there. And then I just kind of rock it backwards and forwards again. Dicing and slicing until I have it at the right. Oops. I didn't turn that around the right way, did I? And as you can see, that's very simple. I'm going to tip this here in the bowl, and we have beautiful diced tomatoes. Oops, getting my hand there in the way. And it does work better with when you're dicing the second time. It works better if you put a little less in. The first slice, it isn't so bad. You just put the whole thing in. Oops. And as I say, you just kind of rock, rock, rock away. There we go. Again, we have our beautiful uniform slices. Get rid of the bits you don't like. I don't like those end bits, so I always take them out. And then we just pop it back in. Lift and pop. Now, if I was doing this with a knife, I would still be cutting. And here I am within a matter of, what, a couple of minutes? Or not even that.
Yep.
I've cut up 2 tomatoes and diced them. So, that is the quick slice. You can also do eggs if you're making eggs. I'm just going to leave that in there.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think about that.
If you made boiled eggs, you know, part of chopping those up is never much fun. If you excuse me, just look at those beautiful tomatoes there in the pan while I give our hamburger a little stir. It's just kind of sizzling away. Oops. Sorry, the dog wants to get into the trash. You all have kids and animals, so I know that you all understand this dilemma that we're having here. We're not the only crazy people. I think that everyone in this group has mentioned that they have like several animals. Some of them like have chickens and turtles and all kinds of things. So there we go. Just stirring up that hamburger there. Now we need some grated cheese. Oh, that's still going. It's not quite ready. Let's give that another 5 minutes there. Alright, so the next thing we're going to need to do is we need some grated cheese. So what we have for that is the microplane adjustable coarse grater. It's stainless steel, so you never have to worry about scraping your knuckles again. It comes with this food, like they call it the food keeper. It's kind of a weird name for it, but that's what they call it. What that is it has 3 little prongs in here, which you push your food onto, and then this slides down as you move it upwards and downwards on the grating part of the tool. So as you see, it has a protective cover, so when it's in the drawer, we don't have to worry about little fingers or your fingers getting cut with that. Ooh, I thought I was organized here, but I'm making myself look disorganized. Ace, please get out of the trash. So we have some Monterey Jack cheese for you tonight. And I'm just going to grate some of this up. This lovely little green knife in my hand. Just going to chop my hand off. One thing to remember about Pampered Chef products is that they are extremely, extremely, extremely sharp. So they're not the kind of thing, like I said, that you want to leave laying around. The kiddos get a hold of it. They are probably going to hurt themselves. With supervision, you know, some of your older kids, I mean, like Addie would be amazing in the kitchen, I'm just sure of it. So we would get her in here with these, and, you know, under supervision, we would have her cut up some of the cheese here for me. If she was here, I'd be making her grate this cheese for me right now. All right, so we just push that on, as I mentioned, onto the, I'm just going to turn my hamburger back there a little bit because it's starting to sizzle and bubble. Now the cheese is in there. What we're going to do, it has little slides there, which just slide. Best thing I found is you turn this upside down, and then you just slide your grater right in. Okay, my hand, this naturally will push down with my hand as I move, and then I'm just going to go backwards and forwards straight into my bowl here. I'm going to try and get it directly into the bowl tonight. Last night I didn't do that very well. So just backwards and forwards, pushing down, until we have some beautiful grated cheese. The last little bit always comes out kind of the top there. And that's just for you or the kids to eat. That's a fun snack. Put the next piece in. Actually, what I'm going to try and do here is, I've never done this, but let's go for it. Tonight's the night. We're going to multi. Usually I just do one little block at a time, but you can actually fit two on there. So let's go for it. Let's see what happens. Experimentation in the kitchen. I know, going out on a limb there. 2 pieces of cheese. What will happen? Anarchy will ensue. All right, so here we go. The only difference is it kind of is a lot higher to get my hand over, but still, I'm going to keep going. I don't have to worry about my knuckles. I don't have to worry about my fingers.
And it's faster.
And it is. It's much faster. It's because I'm not worrying about those things. I'm just going... I'm going crazy and it's flying everywhere. This is where it's good to have my dog on the ground picking up the scraps. Sorry, guys. I'm being a little messy. My husband's like, get the cheese in the bowl, honey. That's expensive. Like I say, thank God for the dog. He's just down there lapping it up. He's like, I like cheese. One last little piece here, and then we'll be good to go with our cheese. I'll try and get this in the bowl and not on the floor. Right.
It's pretty amazing because Monterey Jack is a really soft cheese, so that shred really good.
Yeah, I'm not the cheese expert. Trace here is the cheese expert. So yeah, it does hard cheeses, soft cheeses. Just gonna throw those in the side there. Just shred them up a little bit. All right, let's pop back over this way and check on our hamburger. As you can see, while we've been prepping our goodies over there, the hamburger has cooked itself up nicely, so I'm just going to turn that pot off. Check here on my, I will admit I did forget to turn on the timer of our oven, so I'm pretty sure it's probably taken about 10 or 12 minutes. So my tortilla chips should be nicely converted. Now I'm going to use, love these. Now I know if Hayden were here, they would instantly become puppets. Because that's fun, right? Right, so we're going to dive into the oven. Oh, they are beautiful. They're perfect.
Those are perfect.
Now what these are silicone protectors. You can not have to worry about getting burnt fingers. Trace here, he wanted to try them out for me. So he, the first time he used them, after he had completed the cooking, he grabbed hold of the oven rack with these and didn't feel a thing. So that's kind of testament to that.
Those look amazing. Perfect.
Excuse me, guys. I'm just getting a little dry here, so I'm just taking a sip. All right. Now, so we have these perfect tortilla chips. What I like to do is I like my cheese to go on first so that it's next to the part that's already been in the oven, so it starts to melt. Ooh, I think I did extra well with the cheese tonight. I don't think I did that well last time. I'm a very new consultant with Pampered Chef, and I'm still learning how to master all the products. But that's part of the fun, is kind of coming on here live with you guys and, you know, just playing around with it. So there we go. We got the cheese down.
It's the funnest part of cooking.
All right, so we got the cheese down. Rid of that bowl there. My tomatoes. Oh, actually, no, let's put the hamburger on next. And for that, we have this wonderful little spoon here. This is what I was talking about. It's the mix and scrape that I use for baking. When I was talking yesterday about making cakes. It's also good for stirring your hamburger and delivering it nicely to your tortillas.
That looks really good.
I wish that we had smell-o-vision. Now, we did kind of go for a hamburger that has a little bit more of a fat content, because it kind of just adds to the whole nachos, I think.
Flavor, yep.
Adding that little bit of oil and fat to it. But, you know, everyone's different, and we have different requirements. So as you can see, I'm just kind of spreading that out to the edge. I like to kind of leave the edges so I can kind of grab hold of the tortillas as I start to eat. Just a little bit more there. Excuse me, my allergies are killing me right now. Los Molinas does not agree with me when it comes to seasonal allergies.
Cottonwood's blooming right now too.
Yeah. So if we take a little look in the rock crock, what you can see is that, you know, I have cooked my hamburger in there, but there is no residual, like, burnt, crispy bits. Even though I wasn't paying close attention to that, it isn't fried on mess, which is fantastic. Next, I'm going to grab my tomatoes. I'm just going to sprinkle those over the top. So this is going to be our dinner tonight.
I'm definitely down.
Yeah. It's kind of a hot night tonight as well. The heat's come back out again, so it's kind of nice just to have something a little light and fluffy to eat. I'm just washing my hands there. Now we are also going to add, we can pop back over here to the bench.
Nancy's watching.
Hey, Nancy, you missed all the good bits. But you're here now, and that's what matters. Ouch. Knife.
Nancy says hello.
Knife sharp. Do not cut finger. So, yeah, Nancy today, we don't like her anymore because she just got the knife block today.
Oh,
from Pampered Chef, and she refuses to give it to me for my birthday, so
yeah.
She's off the Christmas card list now.
She says I'll watch the replay.
All right, so we're just gonna, these are rather big olives, so we probably won't need quite as many of them. And olives are a personal taste. I kind of just like a little bit to taste. I know, Trace, you love olives, but I'm not so fussed on them myself. We could have left them off. I mean, really, the toppings, it calls for olives. Last time we did this, we put the lettuce on. The recipe has lettuce. Don't do that. It's not good.
Really not good.
Really not good. I don't know who thought the nachos should have lettuce on it, but anyways. All right. So that's all I'm going to put for the olives. I wanted to put a little bit of corn on it tonight. Now, last time I did this. So let's take a look. This is the can opener from Pampered Chef. It leaves your cans smooth. So this is one I opened earlier. As you can see, the lip is completely gone. And I can actually take my finger and run that around the top there, and I'm not feeling scared that I'm going to cut my finger at all. It's actually very smooth. So that's not usual for a can opener. So what I discovered, the secret to this is tilting down a little bit. We lock it on. And you watch, because I'm trying to do this live now, it won't work this time around.
Looks good so far.
I am not good with can openers. As I said last time, I'm not good with them. I've never been good with them. I always usually have to have head Trace open the cans for me because it just doesn't work for me. And I think that it's proving... Okay, tilt up, that's right. So tilt up, lock in place, and then...
We should have can opener competitions.
Well, yeah, I think I should, like, practice a little more. I'm still, like, making this look... Oh, I think I've got it this time, though. I'm not inspiring people to purchase this can opener, though I did do the same thing last party, and someone did actually buy one. So, obviously, they saw some promise there that... guys, I'm sorry. Oh, no! Look!
Got it.
Yay!
It's corn.
You have no idea how excited I am. So that worked. There is a learning curve with the can opener. Like I say, I have never been good with them, so please don't take my lack of ability as any negativity on the product, because it... Alright, so we're going to sprinkle some corn across there. Trace is diving into the olives. He can't wait. See, that's the perk of being the cameraman. You can pop a little something in your mouth behind the scenes and not have to worry about it. Well, I guess it's important to quality control the ingredients, right?
I'm making sure they're fresh.
Oh, that's a good thing. All right, so we got some beautiful colors going on there. Some nice fiesta colors. All right, so what I'm going to do is we are going to pop this back into the oven. Excuse me, Mr. Ace. Ace is ready to eat it. He says, Mom, just put that on down here. Now, the reason I'm popping it back into the oven is we have some fresh salsa to make to go over the top of that. So I'm just going to pop that out of the way, let the cheese and ingredients melt together. I'm going to grab another sip of my drink. All right.
Drinking.
Drinking is important. I think that everyone on this live would agree with me on that. All right, just gonna get a couple of things here out of the way.
I'm gonna have another olive.
I think you should.
Okay.
It's your payment. I don't pay him much. I feed him dinner and olives. All right, so next on the agenda, we're going to slide the next little chopping mat. I forgot to talk about the chopping mats. These are awesome little chopping mats, also from Pampered Chef. They come in 3 different colors, large or small. They color coding, I think, is brilliant because my ingredients coming in here. Thank you, assistant. See, Martha Stewart has assistants, so do I. Now, all right. So, for the salsa, we have cilantro, we have tomatoes. I like to use the little grape ones. We have onion, red or sweet I think is best, some fresh garlic, and some lime juice. Now what we're going to use for the making of the salsa is the wonderful, I can't believe I didn't write that down either. It's the manual food processor.
Chop and go.
Or, as Trace is calling it, the chop and go. But again, you're not going to find that in the catalog. So,
I like chop and go.
Manual food processor. Now, the great thing about this is that this is one, I mean, the blades obviously are super sharp, stainless steel. But once they're in place and the lid is on, you could definitely have the kids work this and it would be great. Now, the knife I like to use when I chop my onions is, what's this known as?
My knife.
This is Trace's knife. It's the love of his life, I think. If he left me, he would take the knife with him.
I definitely would.
And as you can see, that just slides right through. Now, for those that might want to buy that knife, you'll be looking for the Santoku knife. This is the 5-inch. It is, I better pay attention to what I'm doing and not look at things. It is single forged light carbon German steel. It includes the cover, which you saw me take off, which is for protection of yourself in the drawer, and also of the knife and its sharpness. I like to take the outer layer of my onion off. Everyone thinks I'm weird, but I still do it because it's just
wasting onion.
What I've always done.
I know.
It's the way my parents taught me to do it.
Painful.
I just don't like that outer edge for some reason. I think it's a thing.
Yeah. Everybody has their own thing.
And he loves me anyway.
True.
Alright. So now we've got that covering off. Oh, one more thing I want to say about the Santoku knife. It is 40% sharper than other comparable market knives. So that's...
And I can say it is.
And it's pretty beautiful. It is a thing of beauty. I guess I am in awe of it as well. It comes as part of a collection, and as you heard me, may have heard me mention a little earlier to Nancy, she has that collection. Maybe if we're lucky enough, she might post a picture of it for us in the group. That would be awesome, Nancy. Hint, hint. So, with the manual food processor, being a manual food processor, it doesn't obviously have the power of an electric one. So, cutting your onion up into smaller pieces is advisable. You leave the blades in there, and then we just throw our onion in. Maybe a little more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Might use the whole thing tonight. I think we probably can. Now, these recipes and the goodies that I've used tonight will be posted on the page a little bit later tonight, if not tomorrow. Alright, so I think that's enough onion for there. I'm going to put my little sharp knife away because for the little tomatoes, I like to go back to my utility knife, which is a coated utility knife. Ace, please. It's stainless steel. It has a non-stick coating, which makes the knife resist stains and corrosion. It also comes with a cover, and honestly, we use this every day, about 3 or 4 times a day. It gets cleaned, washed, and put back in the drawer and used over and over again. We need to just find a home on the bench for it, quite honestly. Just cutting in half. Throwing in there. I'm going to bring that a little closer. This is where we need the music in the background. You want to sing for us?
Question is, do you want me to sing?
Well, I want the customers to stay, so maybe not. Actually, he can sing.
No, I can't.
Well. Alright. Now, you're my measurer, so you just tell me when I've got enough tomato in here.
Keep going. Doing great.
Now, of course, there's measurements in the recipe, but I just kind of go by feel. I mean, everyone likes their salsa a different way. Some like it more oniony, some like it more tomatoey. You could actually turn this into a sweet sour if you sweet salsa if you put a little bit of sugar in it as well. Just mix that a little with water, with your lemon and lime juice before you put it in. I don't think we're going to fit much more in there. Maybe if I mulch it down a little.
Yep.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to stop right there because I want to put some more stuff in there, but I don't quite have enough room. So this has a little notch here, knobble here, and we're just going to put that on top. And then what we do is the lid doesn't lock in place. It just sits there. So you hold it with one hand. This little handle, as I mentioned, this is where the kids can come in handy because it's kind of fun. We just pump it up and down. Now, at first, it will meet with some resistance because I've got the onion down the bottom. But as you keep going, it gets easier.
Thing of beauty right there.
So, don't think that it's not working. It's just kind of got to get it going a little bit. And it's good for the muscles. So if you're trying to build your arm muscles, ladies, gentlemen, salsa can become your new thing. Some go for salsa dancing. I like to go for salsa making. That was a really bad joke, but thank you for laughing. 13 years of marriage, she's learned to just humor me. Alright, so now that we've done that a little bit, you can see how beautiful the salsa looks in there. But we probably need a little more tomato in there. Our ratio of tomato to onion is a little off. So I'm going to throw a little more of that in there. I think that's probably good.
Keep going.
Nope. I'm being told to keep going. Keep going, he says. Now, normally, if I was just doing this myself, I would probably have prepped all these, but I kind of wanted to show you as I was going along. It's not much fun just to look at the finished product. I wanted to show you how it works. All right.
Just like Rachel Ray.
Not the stew, eat your heart out, is what I say. Now, cilantro. Cilantro is a personal thing, so we just rip and pull. Cilantro is, there's people that don't like it, but I think, what I learned in biology class is there's some people that have a gene in their tongue that when they eat broccoli, they actually find it to be bitter. And I believe that's the same thing that kind of affects with cilantro. That some people, when they eat it, they just find it just leaves a totally horrible taste in their mouth. Yeah. I do not have that gene because I stuck a piece of paper in my mouth, and my biology teacher said I did not. So
excellent. And I don't think I do either because I love cilantro.
And you love broccoli too, so.
Keep pounding it in there.
So we're just going to kind of squish that down.
The more, the better, I say.
And we love this salsa. After making it the first time, we just make it all the time now. It's way better than any store-bought.
Oh, by far.
But, everything homemade is better than store-bought, really. Okay, I'm going to put some lime juice in there right now. Lime, lemon. I prefer lime. And a healthy dose of it.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
And then we need our garlic. You may have seen me use the bottled garlic before, but for our salsa, we like to go fresh. Alright, let me just clean a little spot here on the mat.
Oh, that smells so good.
I have this garlic press, and what I love about the garlic press is normally you have to really worry about... My assistant is helping there, throwing a couple more cloves in. Normally with your garlic, you have to worry about, really peeling it carefully before you put it into anything. What I love about the Pampered Chef garlic press is you really don't have to do that. Now, normally, as you say, I would have to peel that down further because, I'd get all those little clumps and cloves in there. And, nobody wants the skin in their food. I'm just going to cut off that little end bit though. Alright, so let me get another clove here. I think that's one big clove actually. So it's just refusing to give on me there. I like to take just a little bit of the outside coating off and the hard knob bit.
The hard knob bit.
Oh dear, male humor. So, alright, here we have our garlic press. And we're going to pop that in there. And I'm just going to press it directly in. So you just...
Ooh, look at that goodness.
My hands are
You can smell it already. Look at that.
So it's beautiful fresh garlic coming out there. Just use the back of my knife. I don't want to use the front and dull the blade, so I just use the back to wipe that off. Now it did kind of pop out of there a little bit, but as you can see, it's taken the skin and it's peeled out.
That's amazing.
The garlic. There is still a little bit that needs to go through there, so what I do is I like to just peel out the little bit of skin that went in there, and then I just put a little bit back in there and push it down. I usually don't use my good knife, but I don't have a blunt one here right now, so there you go. And then I just keep squeezing that down there.
Oh, that looks delicious.
Got 2 more cloves here, so we'll just go back through, pop that in there. I don't think I can fit both of those in there, so I'll just do them individually. Oh, you can hear the juice.
Oh, it's you can smell it. It's amazing.
Again, this is a wrist workout for those of you that are building your arms. Just press your garlic. Building muscles. All right. Again, just pulling out those bits of skin and leaf that don't go in the food. I've never, like I say, I've never met a garlic press that actually will do that for you.
I haven't either.
Take out all those bits. So it's one thing I love about Pampered Chef. We have these little innovations that just make life simpler. And that's what Pampered Chef is about. It's about making your kitchen experience simpler, which as moms, either of fur babies, when I'm not on lockdown, I'm a college student, as I think I've mentioned here a couple of times. I'm working towards being a special education teacher. I worked with Hayden down at the elementary school, and I just fell in love with the whole thing. Who could not fall in love with that boy? He's adorable. And I just decided I wanted to make it my career. So I am at college and working towards that. So as you can imagine, there's lots of work goes towards homework and things. So quick, simple dinners are what's the order of the day. Now, the great thing about this, I wanted to show you this, the cleanup of this. Comes with a little brush, because one of the other things we hate about garlic presses is, look at all this. How do you get that out? Well, Pampered Chef has solved that dilemma for you. You take your little brush, fits the holes on the outside perfectly. Let's go line them up. Ah, come on.
They're full of garlic.
They're not doing a good job for me. I think I put it on the wrong way. Oh, there we go. No, I put it on the wrong way. You do have to get it around the right way, because look at that. Look at that. When you put it around the right way, look what happens. And what happens is it just clears the holes out. And like what I would do now is take it over, I would rinse it, and then I would do that again a couple of times. And it's just brilliant. That comes with the garlic press, you know, so you don't have to worry about going out and getting that. All right, so let's put this lid back on and do some more muscle building.
Chop it.
What I should have probably done is given it a little stir. About to stir. He did not stir. So yeah, my new ingredients obviously need to go down to the bottom, so I kind of just push those down in there. Bringing the other ones to the top.
Man, that looks good. First set complete, second set.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I should do, 10 of each arm or something. I'm going to end up with a strong right arm and a weak left. So if you want to dodge me, go for my left side. Okay, I think.
Oh, look at that.
I think we are good now. Let me just kind of stir through here and make sure we've kind of, yeah, that's kind of nicely mixed. Let me just take a spoonful out here for you and you can kind of see the beautiful chopped. I mean, it's really minced.
It's beautiful.
So what we're going to do with this freshly beautiful minced salsa is we're going to take the center out because maybe I want to put this on my table so that my guests can just serve themselves. So I just pull out the center, knock that salsa off, put it off to the side. I have this beautiful bowl that I can serve in, a lovely lid that I can go on top, and whoops. All right, let's just grab this back out of the oven where it's been marinating in its flavors. My puppy's hoping I drop it, but I would probably cry if I did, so. All right, we're gonna bring the salsa over. I have a spoon here. And we're just gonna spoon that over the top.
Dinner's gonna be delicious.
Personal preference as to how much you like. You know, you can also just have it on the side and add a little more as you go. As usual, we've got the sour cream. So we don't have the sour cream, but what would make this absolutely perfect is a dollop of sour cream on top. So please remember the sour cream when you make this. All right, and that is Nacho Supreme with fresh tomato salsa. So thank you all for joining me here tonight in my kitchen. And from my kitchen to your kitchens, I'll say good night for now, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.